What up, guys? It's your boy, Dirty Flock, aka I rarely wash my hands, aka do the dirty dance, aka damn that boy. Ooh. Today is Sunday, June 29th. Cheto drops tomorrow. If I don't seem that enthusiastic, it's because I've been through at least 4 hours of uploading and filling out shit and sending out EPKs and everything. Okay, so now that I'm talking to you guys, I feel a little bit more energized. I got a lot of dope ass questions. Actually, a lot of them were last minute, which is even more dope. And just like last time, I'm gonna shout you guys out, answer your questions as best as I can, and hopefully give you some insight and get your musical boners tingling for the Cheto release tomorrow. We're gonna be dropping it through our website, probably hosting it. Probably SoundCloud. This looking like SoundCloud, but SoundCloud is primarily where we're going to be pushing it through, but we'll be pushing it through the website. So now that that's it, we'll be on YouTube as well too. Yeah, man. I just want to shout out my team, shout out my niggas that have really inspired me and really helped progress me during this whole time during Cheto. You know, shout out Tyler, shout out Juice, shout out Mike, shout out Tim, shout out Benny, shout out Marley. You know, anybody that's helped me, that is helping me. I can't put into words how much that shit means to me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you dirty bastards. So give yourself a round of applause. Huzzah! Huzzah! Let's get into these fucking questions. Okay, so today I was checking my SoundCloud. When I want to feel depressed, I kind of check my SoundCloud, and I checked it today, and an anonymous person, well, not anonymous, but apparently I might personally know this person, but they're don't want to disclose this. So they asked me a couple questions, and I'm definitely going to answer that. It's from Crow Daddy Z. Sorry it took me so long to check my messages in SoundCloud. You really don't get good notifications about messages, so that's half my fuck up, half SoundCloud. So yeah, Crow Daddy Z. As CROWDADDY Z, capital Z. He says, what is your favorite banger of all time? Assuming all of your music is all he makes is hype shit, I'm the type that make a dyke want a light switch type music. Sincerely, Crow Daddy Z. I don't have a favorite banger of all time. I don't know if he means banger that I made or a banger that I know of. I'm assuming he's talking about a banger I made, hopefully. But shit, man, I don't fucking know. Honestly, I don't believe in having favorites. Kinda. I don't glorify any one song because you're only as good as your last word. So I don't really fall in love too deeply with my shit, with certain songs, but fuck, man, maybe one of my favorite bangers I've ever made. I'm gonna have to say the thing is, one of my favorite bangers that I made is not even released. It's on State, and I actually got a lot of questions about State. It's called Whitney Houston, and it's probably one of my favorite songs. It really, people didn't get to see the transition from Chupa to Alexander, and that State was that bridge in between those that obviously didn't get released. But yeah, it's called Whitney Houston. It's it's everything that encompasses me. You know what I mean? I mean, progression, cadences, switching shit up, and throwing curveballs, keeping people interested. It's kind of like if I could sum my mindset up when it comes to making music, Whitney Houston would definitely be that. But unfortunately, it's unreleased, so I feel like a huge douchebag for even bringing it up. But yes, the question. So thank Crow Daddy Z. I really appreciate that shit. Dope question. I actually got some DMs today and shit. Want to thank anybody that's hitting me up on the DMs, asking me questions. And they're not, I don't think there is a such thing as stupid questions, but I do think there is a such thing as irrelevant questions. So uh, there haven't really been any irrelevant questions, and I just really want to thank you guys for sending some real dope shit uh, that's thought provoking. You know what I mean, and I can talk about it. Okay, nigga, I'm just motor mouth today. I got a question from my homie, my slime. One of my I like to call him shit. He's like that super rifle that I have in the gun cabinet. You know, just in case there's like an alien invasion type shit. It's my boy Taiwan. Taiwan on the beat. Makes incredible music. We've done songs together. Some of my biggest work has been with his shit. So thanks Taiwan for taking time out of your day to hit a dirty nigga up with a question. And that's Taiwan on the beat. That's his Twitter handle. I believe his SoundCloud is the same handle. Check him out. Dope dude, dope production, professional production. It's at Taiwan on the beat, so it's TYJUANONTHEBEAT. Taiwan on the beat. He asked me, how long is the process of making a song, and was it difficult for you to build a fan base? Great question. It depends. Honestly, there's no consistent length it takes to create a song, and that's what keeps it interesting. You know, you'll have those songs where you're just getting buckets, and you can't stop, and the song just comes to fruition in an hour, 2 hours. Then in those very special, very difficult songs that take you shit. There's some shit in my, like, I have hundreds of songs that I've never finished or that have stumped me, you know. So there is no like consistent time on songs. I can't even give you a ballpark. I've literally written some of my best shit really quickly, and a lot of my better shit that's not really noticed. That's taking me months. So yeah, there is no consistent shit. Dope question. And the other part of the question was it difficult to build a fan base? Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Bass God said it best. Lil B said everybody rap, but don't nobody care. You know what I'm saying? You know, since the dawn of the internet and music hosting and sharing, music is saturated. Anybody can make music. It's so accessible that the internet is saturated. So nobody gives a fuck about another new rapper. It's the harsh realities that I think are good. It weeds out a lot of the tissue paper esque niggas that, you know, fold under pressure. But yeah, bro, it's still a struggle. It will always be the struggle. Building a fan base. It is the hands down the hardest thing to do. Because it takes consistency. You have to continuously put out shit for people to. The thing about people, the psychology of people is they don't think it's important unless it's consistent. At least at first. You know what I mean? You can't drop a song every month or drop a beat every month and think niggas are gonna give a fuck about what you're doing. That's not gonna happen. I learned that, that was one of the things that came naturally to me. My intrinsic, I don't know, workflow was just go. Why am I stopping? Why would I ever stop? Keep going, keep going, keep going. More music, more music, more music. And people have told me that's a good and a bad thing. So I think the biggest thing about building a fan base that was the hardest was the consistency. Um, yeah, and you're never gonna not have that problem. It is always gonna be a problem. Building a fucking fan base. It's something that every artist needs to figure out on their own. You don't want to follow another man's blueprint, but you don't want to start from scratch because you don't really know what you're doing, So it's about trial and error, and that's something that we've learned. So dope ass question. That's Tywin on the beat at Tywin on the beat. Holla at that nigga if you need that heat. I rhyme so discreet. Ooh, left hand. Okay, next question. God damn it, I'm high as fuck. Okay, all right. So I got another question from a female listener, ladies and gentlemen, a female listener. So Flacco, what? So this is a friend of mine from school, Jessie. I'm not gonna blast her last name, but you can find her on Twitter at GB91X. Dope person, great taste in music. So her even asking me a question is fucking a huge alley-oop. She asked me what's my inspiration behind my music, why I rap about this or that, and talk about my favorite artists and why. That's a pretty broad question, but Jesse, I really fucking appreciate it. But inspiration behind my music is just I'm not a storyteller. I'm more of a expressionist. So my inspiration comes from emotions, and not necessarily emotions I had before I step into the studio, not studio, my room. This, you know what I mean? Honestly, the production is my inspiration. Producers, people who make music, that is art. So other people's art is my inspiration. I know that sounds really cliche, but I think anybody that's had longevity in the game, the niggas who are constantly putting out music, they can't, you can't afford to have I can't afford to have writer's block. So if a nigga like me gets writer's block, and it happens a lot, it's not necessarily the words aren't coming. There's no inspiration behind it, So a lot of the times what I do is I just switch it up. I let the production inspire me. So I find beats that literally, the beats have to make my nut hairs stand on end. You know what I mean? Like, I know when I hear a beat, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of inspiration I'm for. Letting the beat pull the emotions out of you. What? Alright, I'll be out there. God damn. This nigga just fucking interrupted my vlog and shit. God damn. Don't ever get puppies, bro. They're so hard to manage. Anyway, so yeah, that's my inspiration behind music. And my favorite artists. Honestly, a lot of my favorite artists that have inspired me throughout my whole career they're not even my fucking genre. I mean, dudes like Julian Casablancas and niggas like Flea, you know what I'm saying? Dudes like Jimmy Pop. I don't know, just pioneers, guys that, I don't know, just weren't afraid to be themselves. And as far as like in my genre, hip hop wise, Lupe was a huge inspiration for me. Lupe, all the the typicals, the Nas's, the Jay-Z's, Big Pac or whatever. But more new age artists that inspire me. Dudes, and they're dudes that I like, artists that don't do what I do. I'm not trying to find artists that kind of have the same mindset or I don't know, views on music as I do. It's boring, you know what I'm saying? I think my favorite artists right now are probably dudes like, you know, Pee-wee and Young Gleesh, like these completely obtuse ass trap dudes, to more lyrical cats, you know, like Vince Staples and you know, Chance and you know, all these up and coming awesome ass dudes. Honestly, anybody doing it is an inspiration because anytime I see anyone progressing, it hits me in the chest like, why the fuck are you sitting here? You know, that type of shit. If you make me do that, you're an inspiration, and that doesn't even have to mean you're an artist. But great fucking question, Jesse. That's at JB19X. No, 91X, excuse me. As JB91X. Thank you, Jesse, for the fucking questions. I think I got one more question from my boy John Trimpy. He's dropping a project real soon, More Than Corn. I'm on that. I think a few of my fellow artists. I think Jazz might be on that. Not Jazz might be on that. Miles might be on that. Pedro might be on that. But I'll get back to you. But yeah, John Trimpy, hip hop artist, in indie. Very left, very obtuse. A guy I really vibe with. His music is definitely its own lane and its only progression and getting better. So that's the shit I like to see. And he gave me some dope questions today. He's got a great question. So he asked me, and this is really relevant shit. I talk about this all the time. We both recognize each other as based individuals. See, with all the bandwagoners nowadays, there are many people claiming to be based, but are not truly representative of the based lifestyle. Here's the question. What is your definition of based, and how do you apply it in your day-to-day life? I get that shit all the time. What is based? What is based? Like anything, like any idea, it's just perception. My perception of based is a person that's comfortable in their skin, comfortable in their skin, comfortable with their flaws, comfortable with struggling. You know, those are the niggas that really that usually become legends. People that have grown through struggle, that love the struggle, love the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Base for me is just, you know, everybody thinks that because, you know, your clothing may be different or the way you project yourself to others may be different, that these people are based or different or other, you know. That's not the truth. You know, wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, there are plenty of people who dress normal bootcut jean type niggas with K-Swiss or Aeropostale or, you know, frat shit or, you know, punk shit or rock, you know, like that. You know, based is intrinsic. A lot of people get the base shit caught up with the superficial. There are certain things that I consider base, you know, things that are rare, that you know, not a lot of people I don't know, can relate to, or you know, just shit. Just think about anything in your life that a lot of people don't fuck with that you personally fuck with heavily. You know, in that moment, in that essence, you are based. You know, you're standing your ground on what you like, and you don't give a fuck about other people's perception. Now, the fake base shit is niggas who, you know, once little, you know, and by based I mean this is a term that has been coined by the Bay Area, been coined by Lil B. You know, people, you know, usually think that, you know, you throw on a fucking, you know, a bucket hat. You know, I'm the least, I'm gonna look like the poster boy for one of these fake bass niggas, you know, but this is just my style. But, you know, people that are not all different, you know, like very basic. Any basic nigga can go to a thrift store and cash out. Any basic nigga can go to Karmaloop and cash out. It's not the clothes. It's never been the clothes. You know what I'm saying? You can go. I don't care what you rob, where it's from, how much it costs. You know what I'm saying? Based is whatever you put on, you wear it. You know what I mean? Like, there are people that wear clothes and there are people that wear it, that wear them. They're comfortable, that wear it. You know what I'm saying? That's based. Now, fake based niggas are niggas who typically will purchase their baseness. You know what I mean? Niggas who have not at all dove into any Lil B shit. People get the misconception that Lil B is trash. That is, I will argue to the death that nigga is a spitter and a creative fucking titan and the most jock nigga on the planet right now. So niggas who don't give a fuck, who honestly hate Lil B's music, have never really gone through a mixtape, never really dove into, what is this, where's this person coming from, and they confront it on Instagram and on Facebook and on all these social networks by throwing up some fucking yin yangs and it's just it's a cookie cutter. It's almost a cookie cutter thing, like to be based is cookie cutter. You see, there's at least 30 million niggas on Twitter with their surname based, or based is in their name, and then you ask them, what's your favorite Lil B tape, or what's your little, shit like that. That's fake based. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to front. It's just that's fake based to me. So good question. I'm sorry I'm going on that, but that is a very spiritual, topic for a young nigga. You know what I'm saying? He has a two-parter. This is John Trimpey. And he said, he also said, how do I apply it in my day-to-day life? I stay me. I'm comfortable with myself. We all have our moments where we shit on ourselves. I do it all the time, but at the end of the day, I apply it by not pretending I know everything, not pretending I get everything, not being pretentious. I'm over the superficial pretentiousness that comes with being based. He doesn't wear Vans, he's not based, or the superficial shit. I think there are plenty of people who never even heard of the base god that are based. So that's how I apply it. I just do me. The most overused statement in hip hop, but yeah, I just do me, B. And he says also, what's the inspiration for the term bored soldier? Bored soldier was back in the day. Me and a longtime friend and creative genius Lugal Casper were trying to put together a clothing company back when I was like a freshman in college, so about 2009, 2010, and I had an idea called Bored Soldier. Basically, the two words kind of contradicted themselves. A bored soldier, it kind of doesn't make sense. A soldier and the word bored should almost never be in the same sentence. So that, I don't know. It looked great on paper. I'm weird with text. I saw the phrase and I saw the contradiction, and it just clicked for me. It clicked. I don't know. Some things you can't explain, and that was some of the things I dealt with Med Coast. Is just, it's a feeling, and I just trusted my gut, and I really I saw the contradiction, and I love contradiction. So Bored Soldier was just a play on words, contradictory statements, I guess. I used to have it like bored period soldier exclamation point. So how the period and the exclamation point kind of contradict each other. One's a statement, more is one is a exclamation. It's supposed to be excitement. They should never be next to each other, right? Really. So yeah, I'm kind of weird, yeah. So it made sense to me. So shout out John Trimpey. That's at John Trimpey. It's JOHNTRIMPE. And be on the lookout for his next mixtape, More Than Corn, dropping. I'll be on that bitch. Shout out Trampy, I really appreciate that, man. And I think that's it. I think that's all the questions I got today before the cutoff. If you fuck with these vlogs, man, I don't know, I feel like this is some therapeutic shit. I can talk to you guys. There's no, I don't know. Sometimes when you talk to people in the context of the shows and the stuff, you know, that the connection can kind of get skewed. So I really dig this shit, and honestly, I think I'm gonna do it a lot more. So Cheto drops tomorrow. I couldn't be more excited. I'm just honestly just more anxious than anything. I just kind of want to just get it over with. I feel like it's been a dump I've been holding for 3 months. So I hope you guys fuck with it. Like I said, it probably there won't be any set time. So we want to keep a little bit of surprise in there. There won't be a time. We'll drop it, and it'll be available. Everything's free. I'll be selling physicals at the official Cheto Board after party after Hoopla 2 on July 5th. I'll be selling physicals. We'll have art. A few people will be selling art. You can come and chill and listen to the tape and see some performances and mingle. And it's gonna be a dope ass experience. So I'm just ecstatic that people are sending in questions. That's some crazy shit, man. Coming from MySpace to nothing, from nothing, begging for somebody to listen to my shit, begging, to people actually interested. And that takes a lot of hard work. 4 years of hard work, and I'm still not even close. So if you got a dream, don't be a dreamer. Fuck dreamers, B. Dreamers tend to not do. Shout out to the doers. The dream is the skeleton, man. Like, you have to have that initiative. It's all about initiative. You got that shit. This is Flock. I'm signing the fuck off. Cheto drops tomorrow, man. Hit me up. Peace!